Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're live,
Hi.
and we have our beautiful Zan back today. Hi, Zan. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous, thank you. So, welcome,
That's good.
everyone. And Zan, you had a couple of weeks away with family. How was it?
Oh, it was lovely. It was really good. Although it was predominantly for work, we did get a few personal days here and there, so that was really nice. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
was. It was good
beautiful.
to reconnect and get some work done at the same time. So that was good.
Yeah. Oh, good
Yeah.
on you. And yeah, while you're away, we had two beautiful experts in their field come on. So we had our beautiful
Yes.
Tracy, who's the Ayurvedic specialist, and she does burnout and beyond coaching. But she was amazing because she reminded me of stuff and taught me things I didn't even know. So we were talking about the doshas and how we have your pitta and your vata and your your kapha, and how it's so
Yes.
important to try and eat before 6 p.m. And
Yes.
then also to, because then be in bed by 10 because of the specific cycles that our body goes through. And that was fascinating. So
It was
hi,
good actually as a reminder. So yes.
we've got
Sorry, my
Tribal
dogs.
on and Marie on. Hi, guys. Nice to see
Hi.
you here. So, and then of course we had Deb, who's our beautiful color specialist, and she's been analyzing dreams for 30 years and really has helped her to understand different situations. So, and she was great because she sort of brought up the idea of a talisman or a token. So when you go to sleep, you have
Yes.
either something you do that you're dreaming, but you're conscious. So it's almost like lucid dreaming.
Yep.
And that, or you can take like whatever it is that you're attached to. So whether it's a crystal or whether it's a whatever. So and some a beautiful person did comment and say they were actually doing it, and they woke up, but they were doing that talisman, which was a tapping. So they used a tapping on the wrist. So yeah, you can
Yes.
do something really simple. So these are just some great new ideas that I didn't really think about. And she was talking about that movie Inception, which was when they go from one dream level down into a deeper subconscious, deeper, 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 and he uses
Yes.
that spinning top as to
Yes.
help him to realize whether he's dreaming or not. And that begs the question, doesn't it? Are we the dreamer or the dream? So it's a
Exactly.
really interesting question. So, and you said you went and watched that movie after that.
I did. After I watched you and Deb, I was like, I've got to rewatch the movie.
Yeah, I know.
So
I think
that,
I did too. It's pretty spinny.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Both Deb
So,
and Tracy were awesome. So I thank both of you very much for coming on. And one day we should get all four of us on, maybe.
I reckon that'd be amazing. So
That'd be
yeah, we
awesome.
can do
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
but it's good to
You've
have
got
you
great
back.
knowledge and thank you. Good to be
So
back.
yes, and so
Uh,
it's great because today we've got Bruce who started with a question, which I'm going to put up because I think this is a really good reminder for us. Do you want to read that, Zan?
Yeah. So what do you do if you can't remember your dreams? It's a
Yeah,
really, really good question.
yeah, and
Really
it's
good
great because
question.
it takes us back to basics, and a lot
Mm.
of the time I can get slack as well. I mean, because I just take for granted I'll remember my dreams, but lately I have been a bit slack, so I need to go back into my patterning that I do before I go to sleep. So, Bruce, some of the really easy ways is number one, have an intention that you want to remember your dream. So, just say to yourself, even just as you're going to, into sleep or into when you jump to bed, just go, oh, I choose to remember my dreams. I wake up and I remember my dreams. And it's a way of training yourself. So, the other thing is always have a little booklet, like a little notepad or a piece of paper and a pen next to your bed, or you can actually audio record it. So the first thing you do when you wake up is you actually record it. You either write it down or record it. Now, what I tend to do, if I even record one or two or three words, that will often trigger my whole dream. And sometimes it takes me to later on in the day and the dream will just all come back to me, but I've got those trigger words. So that's the second thing I do. And the third thing I do, as I was just talking about, is Tracy has suggested that you try and eat before 6 p.m. at night because your body is digesting all of that food up till about 1 o'clock in the morning. And she said, be in bed by 10 o'clock. So, what was I going to say? So,
Sorry
yes.
about my dogs.
Do you want to
They're
pop
really
yourself
annoying
on?
me.
Yeah. Do you want to pop yourself on mute and just go and go and sort them
I
out?
will.
Yeah, I love them,
Sorry.
but um, so yeah, so just eat before 6, be in bed before 10. make sure you're calm before you go to sleep as well. So turn off your technology. I've put up today, it's really interesting you asked this question, because what I've done today is popped up in the notes here on the live is some beautiful spiritual dreaming sleeping music. It's at 432 hertz and it's beautiful. So you could even go to sleep with that on. That might actually help to get you into a better space. And the other thing you can do, just remember that alcohol, different drugs, if you're on medication, can actually lower your ability to go into REM or to actually go into even a dreaming space. And it's found that people that are on certain types of medication or drugs, when they don't dream, they can actually go into a depression. So just be mindful of what you're taking, and also have a dream buddy. So Bruce, Zan and I are dream buddies, and we've been doing this for like 15 years. So we have a dream and we'll ring someone, but what it does is it makes me more consciously aware to remember my dreams. Otherwise, I'm a really boring dud dream buddy, and Zan has all the exciting dreams that we have to decode together. What else? So and as Deb said as well last week, it'd be really worthwhile popping back, Bruce, and watching even the last couple of dream shows. Deb has been doing dreams for 30 years as well, and she's a color expert. But she was saying have a talisman, as we were talking about. So for me, it might be just knowing that I'm just holding one of my fingers, or that I'm like tapping, or you have something that you go to sleep with. And when that becomes conscious in your dream, you actually know you're almost doing a conscious lucid type dreaming, which is pretty cool. Now we have I've been using this dream book, Bruce, for a very long time. It's called the Betty Bethard's The Dream Book. And I've looked at so many different books and online things. And she channeled all of this, and it's really simple. Sometimes you have to search around because we've got more technology now than when it was written years ago. But, you can find what you want in there. And what we really want to do with this show is to help people to understand their own symbology, their own archetypes. So an archetype, we could be talking about that dark side of us, or, we look at a symbol that's global like water, which usually represents emotions. And then how does that present in the dream? The other thing I do is I give it a movie title. So if I've had a dream, you've managed to remember a little bit of it, what would you call it if it was a movie? And the really good specific things, if you can remember, are colors, any colors in your dream, any numbers in the dream. Was there any form of transport, whether it's a bike, a train, a plane, because they're they really have a significant meaning. So look, they're just some of the ideas that you can start with, but just start having an intention, putting a little piece of paper or having your phone so you can actually record it on your voice memo before you go to sleep, and try and get yourself to bed earlier, okay? And some people dream in black and white and some in color, and that's another really big aspect we've actually covered before, and that was fascinating because Zan then went on to have a color dream and then dropped down into a black and white dream. So everything is possible to create in our world, and there was something only like 10% of the world that have black and white dreams. We'd sort of researched it. Fascinating stuff. So so Bruce, I hope that helps you. What I was thinking as well, I might put a lot of this stuff up onto an A4 or something and put it on my website, which is magicmarie.com. So I'll look at doing that and getting it up there so people can refer to that if you need some help. So, all right, have you got anything to add, Zan? Is there anything with that you'd like to add?
No, I think you explained that really well. The only other thing is sometimes we can consciously make the effort to do everything and we still don't remember them. And that's okay too, because it means that you've either already got the message or you don't need to hold on to that anymore.
Yeah.
So,
that's true. And remember sort of different cycles as well. Like, in winter, I think we tend to dream more because we're more inside. It's a little bit more tucked away, whereas in summer we're out and about and doing things and maybe don't have as many dreams. Full moons can often elicit more dreaming just before and just after the full moon. So different times and cycles. But
when you're going through big shifts, you generally will increase the amount of dreams. Yeah. Or I find anyway for me.
Absolutely. And I mean, the whole point is our subconscious or our higher self is trying to get our attention when we're in that beautiful theta state, in that, especially the rapid eye movement aspect of our consciousness time. So there you go. And sometimes it's between 2, 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning when we're in that vata state that we actually get our dreams come through. So if you wake up just quickly jot down those words, and then you can go back to sleep again. So, but there's so much to talk about dreams. It's so exciting.
Could talk hours and hours.
So, yeah. Oh, and this is beautiful. So Trigal Rice has said, which is great.
Yeah,
you do it. Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I drink herbal teas to calm and relax before bedtime, which is great. Yeah.
That's so true. And they do say like your beautiful chamomile teas, a little bit of lavender under your pillow just to help you relax more, or even having a beautiful bath, to help you relax before bed, or a shower. I find that really helps as well. So thanks for that, Trigal.
We always do gratefuls. What are you grateful for?
Ah, nice.
And that always helps put a nice mindset in remembering the good of the day so that you feel peaceful when you go to sleep.
Yeah. And it was interesting, Zan, because we were talking about the astral realm and going to sleep last week on our show with Elisa. And that's something else to be mindful of, guys, because, when we're raising our frequency, we still have to sometimes go through that astral plane, which is where, like I was saying before, I used to start going to sleep and I'd hear voices like people were using me as a telephone between me, or faces would come into me. And I worked through all of that, and now I can go straight through into higher sort of echelons and higher realms. So, but I have noticed that if I'm somewhere where there's a vortex or there's a different energy, that can also trigger me just having a moment or two within that astral realm, which is a slightly lower vibration. And so then I just quickly just pop some white light around myself and let myself go off to somewhere else. So, but the other thing as well that I wanted to show you guys, I couldn't get the photo up, but I absolutely adore medical medium Anthony Williams. I don't know if any of you have read his stuff, but I found this dreams shifter shot. So if you have this maybe an hour before bed, so you put in 1/2 inch of a piece of fresh ginger, 1/2 cup of fresh or thawed mango, frozen mango, 1/2 cup of fresh or thawed frozen cherries, 1/2 cup of chopped raw zucchini, and then you can choose whether to put 1/4 cup of loosely packed fresh peppermint leaves, and then you juice it, but you drink it away from other foods or drinks. And that's apparently that actually helps the brain to drop more into that spiritual realm. I just thought this was amazing. So,
have you tried it yet?
No, I haven't.
I haven't tried it yet.
I'm going to. So
yeah.
I don't know.
That looks interesting.
I don't know if I'll put the peppermint leaves in. I might put a drop of peppermint oil because I've got the doTERRA, so you can ingest that.
Right.
So I might actually do that instead. I'm not sure yet. So you can play with that. But so thanks, Bruce. So it was so interesting that you put that question up, and I had this stuff already up there for people, so to help them to get into a better space before they go to sleep, to dream better. So there we go.
Thank you. Yeah.
So that was great. Yeah, and you helped to remind us that there are new people that come on here and watch this as well. So, hey, Kibbo's here. Hello. All right. So, Zan, should we get started?
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
so we've got a dream from Nick.
Yeah.
So this one was a year ago. So dream, the tree of knowledge, first day orientation and welcome to a new school as a teacher, sitting in a circle on the ground with other teachers and wise ones under a large tree. I felt immediately accepted into the group. Sitting next to me was a beautiful woman smiling at me. Emanating love. Sorry, pardon me. She had a bluish translucent light body, etheric with white blonde hair. I looked at her asking almost telepathically, Pleiadian? And she nodded. It was beautiful.
So that's, I think we'll just work with that
one
first, and then we'll go into the other ones. Yeah. So,
well, that's really interesting. You know, the image that came into my head at the very beginning of that, if you've ever watched the Celestine Prophecy, no, not the Celestine Prophecy, The Last Mimsy.
Oh, yes.
And at the very beginning of that movie is a whole bunch of kids sitting around with this woman, and they're telepathically talking to each other.
Yep.
And this woman is telling the story. And that's exactly the vision that I had when she was first sitting there, except she's a teacher. So it must have been a bunch of adults sitting around. So this could be something that has already happened to you, or same lineage, you know, I'm lost for words today.
Yeah,
Oh, sent it back
so
in.
lineage, so it's a memory
Parallel
maybe?
lives.
Parallel lives, yes.
That's the word I was looking for. But the circle is always, like it's an eternity, really. Like there's no beginning, there's no end. We're always learning, we're always teaching. The best way to learn is to teach. So if you're welcomed in straight away, and knowing that it was Palladian and she's nodded, I mean, I think that kind of says that it still feels like it's something that's already happened, like previously, or is happening right now somewhere else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
What are you picking up?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel that we have the DNA of the Pleiadians, and so connecting into that aspect of yourself, that Pleiadian aspect, which is telepathic, which is really beautiful. And the circle, I'll read that out for you. It's wholeness, completeness, no beginning and no end, infinity. The circle may mean you have completed a cycle or have grown into wholeness of body, mind, and spirit. So
Which is
that's
now why you're a teacher.
Yeah, exactly. And you're tapping into me to that wisdom of that Pleiadian aspect of you as well. So because I've had times where I've connected into my other aspects of me that are living parallel lives or other worlds and realms as well. And you can feel that your own essence within that being, even if it looks completely different. So that's, I think, so you really, and it's funny you say that, because I've always had that beautiful image that you talked about, ZAN, of all the children running in and then being telepathic in the grass. And I get goosebumps every time I think of it. And I couldn't remember which movie it was from. And it was from the
Last
Mimsy,
Mimsy.
The Last Mimsy. And I think I have to save you that DVD for your kids.
They love that movie.
Oh,
Love
it's
it.
beautiful. So if you've got kids, that's a great movie to help them learn about the sacred geometry, energy. It's just amazing.
And it's really good too, I think, for parents to watch, because you end up siding with the kids.
Yeah.
And you really want the kids to be able to use this energy. And the parents really struggle not understand. I'm getting goosebumps as I say this.
Yeah.
The parents really struggle understanding the spirituality, and that this is something they feel they have to do. And sometimes as a parent, you do feel like you need to, well, is that right or isn't that right? What should we let them do? But when it comes to spirituality, everyone is different, and you kind of have to let your kids experience a few things, and because they can teach you. My kids teach me all the time different things. We're sitting in the room last night, and I noticed one of my boys turn around and was just staring at something. I said, "You're right." And he goes, "Yeah, I figured there was." So there was somebody standing there in the room. And I said, "Have you done everything you need to?" And he said, "Yeah, I asked them to go away." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Beautiful.
So done.
And instead of eliciting fear, that's actually empowering them to know that, yes, we have other realms, we have other beings that you might see from time to time, especially, and I know your kids are really, really intuitive and very connected. And so I think it's awesome that you've taken time out to help them work through this, explain it to them. And I think it's a great thing for kids, so to learn. But
in that movie too, I forgot, the teachers are sort of on the kids' side.
Yeah.
And you kind of wish that the parents were like that as well. But I mean, you're going to get that everywhere, right? People who push back and people who accept. So
kids are here to teach us, that's for sure. So
they do it well.
They do it well. So this really, and she had a bluish translucent light body. Well, it's interesting because our blue body is our actual blueprint. So that's how we change things, is through the blue body, which is really interesting. And the
spirituality of it.
Yeah.
White hair. What does hair mean again? I know that's to do with spirituality, but
personal growth.
Hair, it's a power flowing from the crown chakra.
Yep.
Or a higher spiritual center. The longer the hair, the more powerful.
Yeah.
So if it's body hair, it's protection and warmth, but no, it's on the head. So, and white is purity.
So you definitely were going through, I would feel something had completed, and you were actually almost getting gifts were coming to you that you're remembering from other lifetimes or parallel lives, because that's what we're doing, is we're bringing in these beautiful gifts from other lifetimes, and in this lifetime we're able to use them. So was there anything else? Oh, now this is the next one. We'll have a look. She talks about the thing that stood out. Do you want to read that from the orange combi?
So in the recent dream, orange combi van that morphed into a clock. a hole in the side of a dirt mound. Ants came running out. I stepped out of their way, then followed by a flurry of tiny birds also coming out of this hole.
That's so cool. That is, I love it. So let's have a look at well, a combi van is a form of transport, isn't it? But it's where you can live in as well, and it's a little bit older. Yeah, I remember they were so popular when I was in my 20s. Everyone had a combi van and go surfing and throw everything in the back, and you'd have campfires. So it's very communal almost, is how I would see a combi van.
Yes.
So
it's used in the hippie version style of life,
which is beautiful. It's free and it's So let's have a look at the orange. Is also related to that navel chakra,
exactly,
so, which is creative. So let me just look up if there's anything else about the orange that's in here. Orange, energy and peace. So again, the combi van, it used to have peace stickers on it. Like, you know,
did, yes.
So there's the sorts of things I
and
would say.
It's a Volkswagen, isn't it? Volkswagen combi van. So and the VW, looks like a. Remember too that the combi van is a car which is your vessel of life. So with combi vans are bigger than a standard car. So that's a larger part of yourself. So this is a big part of who you are. That's just when it comes to vehicles, because you are the vessel, and it doesn't say whether you were driving it or whether you saw it. So if you were driving it, that's great. If someone else was driving it, who's in control of your life?
Yeah, absolutely. Then the clock, this is about time is of the essence, get on with your life. Note numbers on the clock or what time it is. So I'm not sure what numbers were on the clock, but it could be time. It could have been time for you then to actually start you're doing some more work within yourself. So let's have a look at a hole in the side of a dirt mound. Okay. That's very earthy there. We've got very earthy there, Nick. I love it.
Absolutely. It almost feels like something's missing, or it's a tunnel into something else.
Yeah. So what
so I guess that would depend on where is this Nick's dream?
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess it would depend on where Nick is in her life. And if she feels like there's either something missing or she's on her way to something else. Because both of them feel comfortable with me.
Yeah, same. And it just says here, the ant is capable of carrying more than own weight, industrious and busy. Depending upon the context, may be an annoyance as letting little things bug you. Also, loss of individuality to a cause. So, you might have been joining a bigger group of people to work with there and just finding your own way with that. And the birds, to me, a bird is that freedom and flying. And, so that's really saying that you found that. So,
you've got freedom from it.
Yeah. So, and this is why I look these up for people, so that you can actually remember them for yourself if you're having these sort of dreams. So I think it's really good to get the exact what she's saying. Yeah, spiritual freedom, ability to soar to higher awareness, freedom from material ties, and that's what the combi's sort of saying. So I love that. Love that whole thing put together. Thanks, Nick. You're amazing with sending in your dreams. So, guys, if you have got dreams and things, let's pop them up. And what I'll do is I'll go through to the ones that are on the live, Sandy. So that then we can go back to the other ones. So, okay, let's just get rid of that one. And there's one from Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. She's with us. She's actually, let's just have a read of that. I think it's beautiful.
Okay, so years ago when I was learning about angels, I went to a similar type school in my dreams where we were outside in a beautiful setting with an archangel teaching us things. We were all young adults.
So this is beautiful because this is going
and
back
then wish I could remember what they were teaching us when I woke up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Well, I think, Kathleen, what happens is we actually assimilate that wisdom and knowledge within us as we're dreaming. And especially, if you've got that angelic energy coming through the dream, that would have been assimilated for you. So at some level, you would, when you need it, you would know it. And that's what I feel this is for you. It's like the dream was, you remembered enough to know something came on. I know that we go to so many other realms and so many other schools of life when we're sleeping, and to find out more about who we are and what our abilities are. And, getting more wisdom, universal wisdom. So it's beautiful that you actually remembered this. So
Yes.
So and it's interesting, isn't it, that it's similar to that setting, ZAN, that you were talking
It
about
is.
with the
It
last
is in
Wednesday.
that
And
circle.
that setting, honestly, that image has just stuck in my mind, because that's what I want for children, is for them to be
Yes.
able to bring through their own wisdom, realize how powerful they are, be telepathic, be out in nature, learning and experiencing and exploring, rather than being stuck at a desk in a room and told to sit still. I mean, that's the opposite of what a child is meant to be doing. So
Yes.
that I've just always held that vision for children and how they learn or how they experience and then create. So
Yep.
thanks for sharing that, Kathleen. That's perfectly timed. So
Thank you.
yay. Okay. So where are we?
So
Actually,
dream from
I
a
just
list.
got the
No.
actually just got the hit. I haven't even let Jasper say hello today, and he was a bit chatty this morning. Sorry, guys. So Jasper, for the new people, Jasper's my beautiful friend. He's a crystal skull. He's a rutilated crystal skull, and I didn't know this when he started talking to me as soon as I picked him up from the shelf in the shop, and he went, "Hello, my name's Jasper." And it wasn't until months later I found out that he's rutilated, which means he's actually got Jasper running through him. Gives the beings that come through that are also obviously a part of my being aspect to deep cosmos. So Jasper wanted to come through for Kathleen then. Okay, so okay, this is really incredible. All right, so straight away, Kathleen, what he's showing me is angel wings, and he's showing me that you have this as well. So this was an activation of your light body, because when angel wings actually to me represent the light body, which is our Merkaba, our travel body, all of that. And straight away he showed me your wings, and so you were actually being activated in that dream as well. So and the emotion that came with that was just beautiful. It's such an expansion for you. So you didn't have to know it or remember it. It just is you. It's within you. You were activated. So there you go. That's why he wanted to say, "Oh, I'm getting all goosebumps." He wanted to say something. So thanks, Jasper.
Thanks, Jasper.
So let me just have a look and see if
Christine has written something just down the bottom here.
Yep.
So I rarely remember any dreams, even with intention and all the good practices and the Hertz music playing. Last night, I remember words spoken forcibly to me. Nobody needs Wi-Fi. It woke me. What the heck?
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I mean, you're right. We don't need
Truly
it.
needs Wi-Fi. But why do you think those words would have come through, ZAN? What do you think the message is? What's your intuition with that message?
I'm too much in my head on it because I read it before.
Oh, I haven't read it. So straight away what I got was nobody needs Wi-Fi because we're all telepathic. Like, honestly, if there's something's going to change, or I pick up something from my friend, oh no, I'll see the whole scenario before they even ring me or text me or whatever. And I'll go, yeah, it's okay. I knew that. And we can do that with everyone when we're tuned in, because we're all connected. So
Isn't that funny that is the theme from the previous dream? Telepathically said.
It is too.
And that exactly is what is from that last Mimsy, where they're telepathically talking and the round circle. So this is amazing. I mean,
this is synchronicity.
We didn't plant this, okay? No. This is just...
This is our beautiful consciousness, our universal consciousness coming together, and it's bringing through its own theme. And that's why I don't usually theme these shows. You got goosebumps, because I don't theme them. But I just get the message, put up this and this today, just for people, for information. And then the next minute, all this stuff comes through. It's just amazing.
I love that. Next minute.
So this is synchronicity, and this means that we're connected, that we're really working through our hearts, we're working through our intuition. All of you are that are on here that watch this. It's beautiful. So and so nobody needs Wi-Fi. So Christine, and maybe it's giving you a little bit of a hint to start trusting your intuition and your telepathy more. It's funny, I was thinking about Christine the other day, because she's actually in Queensland and I've been trying to catch up. So we will organise that, Christine. Just text me again. That'd be great. So how fun is that?
That's really cool.
So look, and also too, people say turn your Wi-Fi off at night if you can. So, maybe that's affecting you, Christine, to not be able to remember, even though you're doing all the right things, to not remember your dreams.
There are some crystals that you can get to help with the negative energy of Wi-Fi as well.
Yeah.
Shungite is one that I have found has helped me and my family. I've got a bracelet of it that I occasionally wear when I feel ungrounded or just unprotected in some way, shape, or form. And I've got like a little pyramid that I actually put right next to my Wi-Fi unit.
Yeah.
And shungite is meant, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't done heaps and heaps of research on it, but
is it like
yes,
that?
sort of, mine's black, but it is in that shape and that sort of size. So it didn't cost too much to get. And you don't need a lot. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money when it comes to little things like this, because it's the intent that comes behind it. And shungite is meant to repel the negative energy and to protect the surroundings. So maybe that's something to look into next time you're out, or jump online, find a place that you feel comfortable with.
And Christine, it's funny because I also got a message this morning to talk about etheric crystals. So you could actually bring in those crystals etherically and place them, ask them to be wherever they need to be to keep your energy field clear so that you can dream and remember your dreams. And you might find black tourmaline pops in. You might, just allow the crystals to work with your intention. That's how I work. So,
yeah, that's a great idea. The intent.
The intent and those beautiful etheric crystals, because they're just as powerful, I believe. So
she says she wears shungite daily. There you go.
Yeah. So absolutely, it is a message for you. That's perfect. But I would just and also you can just run some white light before you go to sleep. You can put a beautiful golden bubble around you, but I would just turn off your Wi-Fi and tune into those etheric crystals. So ZAN, so thank you, Christine, and we will catch up.
Thank you.
And can I just pop up someone here that
yes.
This is our beautiful Christina, and ZAN's gone. Okay, she'll be back, I'm sure. Christina has Christina, do you want to let people know your news? Would that be okay? Because I would love to share that with people. So if you feel like you'd like to, do you want to put your comment in about your beautiful news? That would be amazing. And then I'd love to tell a little story that you told me after that dream thing a few weeks ago. But I'll wait. If you don't put anything up there, just let me know, yes or no. Yes, I'd love to share it, or you can share it and we can talk about that. So welcome back. So all right. So so Christine Hill was saying yes, it was a message for me. Yeah, and that's it. It's usually always a message for us personally, and the fact you heard it, because they probably realized you maybe weren't going to remember it in your dream. So, she's back. Hang on a minute. I'll just add her.
Sorry. I pushed a button that you're not meant to push.
You did. I love it. That's so funny.
That was not aimed at Christina, by the way. I do apologize. It was just really bad timing.
No, that's funny.
Did want to hear that. So I guess we may or may not find out later on.
That's all right. It's okay. Yeah. So it's all good. So where are we up to? Okay, so Christine, we've done Christine's.
Marie also says that she has a black shungite pyramid at the top of her Wi-Fi stand too. So
okay,
yeah,
and this is it. You'll find out what works for you. I'm the opposite. I put up selenite because I love going through doorways. Take me wherever you want to take me. So selenite either side of my bed. Because that's the doorway crystal that takes you through into other realms. Oh, Christina, she shared. Yeah, yay. So Christina shared.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So she says, yes, absolutely, she'll share. I have a sweet baby boy, 4 weeks old today. Congratulations, Christina. And I just want to tell this really beautiful story. So Christina was on, and I'd been thinking about Christina. She'd been dropping into my head, and we'd actually were booking in another session. And then Christina was on that dream show, and we were talking about it. And remember, we were getting goosebumps and the emotion coming through, because Christina said that she'd felt like she was connected to I'm getting goosebumps again. She does this to me all the time. She'd been connected into everybody and feeling like something was shifting. And then I started talking about souls of babies, and how when they're an old soul, they'll come in at the very end. And this is why I felt her perspective and consciousness was really shifting. I'm getting goosebumps. This is crazy. Christina then texted me after the show and said, Marie, as soon as I turned the show off, my water's broken. I went into labor. And so she then had that puppy that night. And I was thinking of a baby boy that week before. So, it's been beautiful to actually watch Christina go through the whole beautiful pregnancy and everything, and being so connected. So Christina, well done. And I hope you're doing okay. And just and have you been sleeping at all to have any dreams? I guess that's the next question for the new baby, because I was a midwife, so I sort of get that aspect of things. Oh, so cute. So so that's beautiful. So
congratulations. Very exciting.
But let us know if you do have dreams and if they've changed, or is it just dreams of babies' nappies and poop and things like that. So well done. That's beautiful.
Oh dear.
And we just want to say welcome to your little boy. Welcome to this earth. So okay. So right, let's go back to the dreams that we have. And if you've got any other dreams, guys, pop them up. Or if you've got any spiritual questions or anything that's going on in your life that's a bit like what we've just gone through with the synchronicities and things that are happening. But I love sharing that stuff, because the more we share it, the more we own it, the more we talk about it, the more it happens. So,
absolutely.
Okay, so let's
go
I think
we're up to the dream from Alyssa.
Yes, I think so too.
The dream from Alyssa. Yes. Good afternoon. Hang on. I'm at the wrong one. There we go. Nope. Okay, good afternoon. I just woke up, and of course I wanted to document whatever I could remember. All I can remember is I was looking through some crystals and I was excited because they were free. And all of a sudden, somebody comes and drops these gigantic crystals, like as big as a basketball, and they were free too. And I was so delighted. So of course I started grabbing them all as fast as I could to be able to get ones that I liked. I remember being excited about a clear quartz crystal in the shape of an obelisk.
Obelisk.
Is that obelisk? What shape is that?
So it's like this, an obelisk. You see them sometimes in cities. They're massive. They're like 50 feet tall, and so they're sort of shaped
like a bit of a wand, sort of.
Yes, but directly standing up. Vertically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say it was about 1.5 feet tall.
Wow. Okay. So Zan, do you want to start with this one?
Well, crystals. It's funny that they're free. My first thought was free in money exchange, or free as in no one's ever used them before.
I feel it would be money exchange.
Yeah.
So
gigantic crystals. Okay. And what was it was a clear quartz.
Yes, and it was in the shape of the obelisk. So
yeah.
So it's interesting because crystal, when I looked it up, as we know, is an energy conductor and a storehouse. Now, the fact it was in the shape 1.5 feet in the shape of an obelisk, to me, it's saying that this is around our crystalline being and our crystalline frequency. So you're obviously bringing through something new, or you're expanding your electromagnetic field. We are becoming more crystalline. So the fact it was free, it's like it's already within you. It's already something that you have.
And she started by actually looking through crystals.
Yes. So she was looking through them.
That would make sense as well.
So it was also, to see the ones that she liked. So it's really finding out what serves you, what works for you in the spiritual realm, because crystals are a magnifier as well. So, things then can be magnified for you. So, and 1.5 feet tall, that's pretty tall. So 1.5, that's quite a tall obelisk. So I would say there's energy coming in through to you. So that's what I would say. I'm just going to actually pull a card on that.
And probably big ones too, because if she's saying gigantic crystals, it's like huge masses of energy that are free because they're just being given to her. Here's all this knowledge. Here's all this, energy and wealth that you can use to help do your purpose, serve your purpose.
Yeah, I agree. And it's, Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone that's contemplating their own reality. And very powerful. I find the Queen of Pentacles is a very powerful one. So it's like something is definitely coming through for you. And it's already been yours, but it's time for you to actually have that crystalline energy. And we are changing into crystalline beings from carbon. So it's a different frequency altogether. So, yeah, so thanks, Elisa, for sharing that. So I'm just going to check out the comments and just see what's going on down here. Here we go. So I'm just going to pop up. Yeah, and so Christina said, yeah, that was incredible. Straight after the show, bang, waters broke. So, okay, do you want to read that,
Yeah,
Christina?
he is letting me sleep, and I do have some dreams every now and then, but I forget them as I don't have time to write them down because William wants feeding straight away. He is up. Of course he does.
Yes, of course he does. So, well, that's
and
what I'm
I
glad
guess
you
that's
can
normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's another reason why you maybe don't remember dreams is because you have a new baby.
Yeah, that'll do
So, oh, that's beautiful. So, and Tribal's got a question here.
Right, so question. What does being on a roof with holes and trying to patch it mean? Okay, so the roof is your house is you, your roof is your protection. But can you look up what roof or ceiling means?
Sure can.
I know one's external and one's internal, but normally when there are holes and you're trying to patch it, it's almost like you're healing yourself. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
You're healing your protection. Perhaps you felt like people were taking energy away from you, or you were leaking energy. And so now you're trying to repatch all of that back up. But what does roof say?
Yeah, so its roof is protection depending upon condition of roof. Flat roof cuts you off from energy. Examine structure and shape, such as a domed shape. So it'd be interesting, Trigal. Can you tell us what shape the roof was? Was it like A-frame? Was it flat? Was it round? Yeah. It's a cover or necessary protection for the crown chakra. So maybe you were being activated and it was a little bit scary, or you didn't feel like it was, it was actually a direct connection. It was something going on. So can you give us a little bit more information with that as well? And I'll just pull some cards on that too, just to see what comes up, if we can get a little bit more particularly.
It was an A-frame.
A-frame. I was seeing an A-frame. So, yeah.
So, Trigal, can you tell us what colour it was as well? I'm picturing brown, but I could be wrong.
Reddy brown was what I was getting, but it could be completely off. It could be just our preconceived ideas of an A-framed roof. All right, I'm just going to see if we can get some cards for Trigal. Yeah, that one wants to come out. Okay, so Trigal, this is great. You've got a 3 of Cups, which is a celebration. So it's obviously something you were strengthening and repairing so that you could have a stronger connection in through your crown chakra. And so you felt more comfortable and confident. And look at the 3, which is the Trinity, which is, spiritual as well. To help you feel more confident and comfortable, to trust yourself, to trust your connection in. My head's going crazy. To actually absolutely trust your connection into your higher self, into your creator, whatever it is you call it. And but it was finishing something off, because that 10 of Swords then just sort of flicked out. So to me, this is finishing something, completing something. So it's almost like you're going to the next level. So it can mean quite a lot. Like, this is why simple dreams can sometimes be the most powerful. Ace of Cups, beautiful. This is like a really beautiful emotional win. It's like you're feeling good, you're feeling safe, you're feeling secure. So you've done the work to actually have this new beautiful connection and feel safe. So
Trigal also said it was brown.
Brown, and I was seeing the brown and the slightly rusty. That with okay. So
and remember too, A-frame, although it looks good on a house, it was designed for when snow or rain or leaves fall, that it would just slide straight off.
Yeah. That's right.
So that can also be, if you look at it from those terms of a roof, you're letting what doesn't need to be there slide right off, and you're fixing the hole. So what you don't need, and it's not sliding off, it's going through the holes into you, you're patching that up. So you're not taking on what you don't need.
I love it. That's brilliant. So and even if you can tell us what was going on, Trigal, in your life, did you feel like you were going through a shift or something, or did you feel you trusted yourself more and your intuition more after that? That'd be really interesting. So Oceana Banana's with us. Hello. Okay. So do you want to read that one out? Hang on.
There
Sorry,
was
I've
one
missed
above it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
That's better.
So dream. Walking through a trailer park with my mum. One was destroyed, I think, by a car, and then saw the shell of the home, but kept walking to where me and my mum met up with someone checking in my mum for a doctor's appointment.
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
You're going to,
Yep. Got it.
For a doctor's appointment, but I went to the bathroom and saw I had blood in urine, and then was thinking, how am I going to get tested for a UTI as I don't have a doctor, etc. Looked in the mirror while I was washing, and I was wearing a neck scarf, and still thinking, how am I going to get tested when I woke up from the sound of a car accident behind my house?
How interesting. That's the
Right.
next scarf. Yeah, we got that one.
Yep.
Thanks. Zan's good at reading into things here. So oh goodness, there's a few more that have come through as well. Okay, so let's just have a look at this first and I'll go back to Geraldine. So sorry, Geraldine.
And she's my mum is no longer alive.
Wow.
If that means anything.
Okay. Yes.
So,
okay, thank you.
Well,
That's
thanks,
really
Mum, for visiting. That's one
Yes.
nice thing. Thanks, Mum, for coming to visit.
Yeah.
Okay, so a trailer park with my mum, and it was destroyed. Okay, so what does a trailer park mean to you? Is it a place of home or is it a place of holiday? I think that would probably be the first question, because if it's destroyed, then a piece of you is feeling destroyed, because the trailer park is a home, even if it's a holiday home.
Yep.
So one being destroyed and then the shell of another one. So the shell could be a rebuild or something that's been stripped back.
Yeah.
So I guess that depends on where you're at in your life. Checking for a doctor's appointment. So we've looked up doctor before, and that's I can't remember off the top of my head. What is doctor?
I think it's someone that can help us, your inner healer, higher healing self and guidance. The fact that you've met up with your mum as well, it's like saying that maybe something was actually destroyed in your life, when your mum passed, and it's changed, it's changed your whole internal way of being.
And your mum can also present as your older self, your wisdom, your feminine knowledge. So you can look at it from both points of view, I guess. Going to the bathroom, so that's elimination of toxins, and if there was blood, then that is leaking energy.
And I was getting emotions with that as well, because urine is water.
Yes.
So it's actually releasing emotions. And usually to me, when I see a bladder and if you feel it was infected, we can be pissed off literally about something. So kidneys and bladder, might be pissed off about something. And it could be subconscious.
Not happy Jan.
Yes, not happy Jan. So this actually could have been suppressed, and it's coming out through your dream to be released. And so looking for that healer within, the doctor. So
has it been the anniversary of your mother recently, or her birthday?
Or when you had the dream,
when you had the dream. That's always something to have a look at, or a significant moment where your mother, that's happening in your life, where you would need your mother as well.
So and also too, we can have a really deep subconscious being pissed off at someone for leaving as well. That's without even knowing, especially if we haven't had the opportunity to fully grieve, or that we're not connecting in with them. So Shannon Banana, have you connected in with your mum? Do you do that at all consciously? Because that's just one of the most beautiful things we can do. So that could be something that's worthwhile for you to do as well, is just to sit and meditate and just trust. Sit down, and as if you're having a cup of tea with her or something, just actually talk. I do that with my mum. I love it. It's brilliant. So, and I'm just going to look up scarf as well, because that's the throat and that's protection, about speaking your truth.
Especially being, yes, that's right.
So that's scarf. It's not in here, but that's what I would say it is. And it depends what color it was, and it depends as well. That can really give us an indication of what it is that you need to be speaking, or what's stopping you from speaking.
It's like it's covering up your verbalization.
Yeah. And it could also be supporting your throat chakra. So if you've got a color on that, then then you can let us know. So so here we go. Stripped back makes more sense. Yes, and that's what I feel. It's like something's been it's really raw. Back to raw. That's what I was getting as well, Zan. So back to raw. So it's an opportunity to let go of all these emotions that are being held. Yes, she does. Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
No significant date. Yes, I do talk to her. She was into jewelry and stones, and I recently got into it and can't share it with her. Well, there you go.
Yes.
So she's there to say, it's all right, I'm here.
Yeah. So act as if she is there, but it's sad, isn't it, when you have something that you know that your mum's loved or someone in your family that's dear to you is loved and you can't share it with them. And it was funny because when after my mum passed, it was because I used to shift house quite a lot, and I remember I was moving house and I was going, oh, I wish mum could see this beautiful new place I'm moving to. You know, I just sort of for some weird reason forgot that I talked to her, and my beautiful neighbour, I'd helped her a lot, but she came over and she said, Maria, I was in this shop the other day and I got told I had to buy this picture for you. Now, it's the most beautiful picture of these sunflowers, a whole field of sunflowers with lightning and gorgeous thunderstorm going on. And I just went, oh, my God. She said, I don't know why. She said, but I just felt I had to come and give it to you before you left. My mum's favourite flower was sunflowers. And so she was telling me, Marie, I'm getting goosebumps. She said, Marie, it's okay. Nice. And I take that beautiful picture with me that I've framed everywhere I go. And I know my mum's with me and she sees where I live and what I'm doing. So maybe, Shanna Banana, you can make your mum something, whether you make her something beautiful and then have it there with that intention and have it with you when you're doing your beautiful creating. And the fact the scarf was red, that's to me, red is base chakra. Red is about family. Red is about your belonging, your foundations, and your mum would have been a big part of your foundations. And so
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, she just went to a gem show yesterday and her mum loved going to those. So that's
there you go. You've been triggered. Yeah. And but your mum's telling you she's here.
What you said.
She's in your dream. And and ask your mum to go with you and intuitively help you to pick out what might really work well. So you can have fun with it as much as it's painful, but I feel you're releasing some subconscious anger, with your mum leaving and, this plane. This
and that's okay.
Plane.
Don't be upset that you're doing that because that is part of the grieving process.
Yeah.
When we lose somebody, I've lost my mother as well. And it's going to be 20 years this year since she's
you
gone.
Were young.
And I just went through another, I can't believe you left me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
You just never know. And I love my mom, so don't take that as a negative from that because I miss her all the time. But sometimes we have to just go through this because it is process, and it's not just well you've dealt with that anger now, you'll never have it back. Nah.
It's cool. But look at the beautiful card that came up for you, Shanna Banana. It's the 10 of Cups. Now, look at this family card, feeling really good emotionally about your family. So just remember the beautiful times as well, sort of really bring those to mind, and that will help you the more we raise our vibration and frequency, the easier it is to connect in with our loved ones that are just through that little veil, just in that realm. So you go into that beautiful emotion of love and gratitude, and you'll probably find it a little bit easier as well to talk with her. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And this is where it's so lovely because some people don't ever get to know that they can connect in with their beautiful loved ones. So nice that we talk about this. But I'm going to pop back now. Thanks, Shanna Banana, to Geraldine. Do you want to read that for me?
Where are we? Okay, so had a dream of holding my mother's hand.
Oh, this is like look at this thing. Ridiculous, off the charts.
Waiting for her to cross over. There is a hospice worker with me who was accompanying presence. I wake up crying a deep, deep cry.
So Geraldine, we're going to presume that your mother's passed over.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, can you just confirm that for us?
But they have written something else further down.
Okay,
so
let me have a look. Oh, yeah.
No, it's got.
No, that was.
No, that was from the one above it. That's a different one for Geraldine. So, Geraldine, for this particular dream that we're currently talking about with your mum and the hospice, Has your mum crossed over, or is she about to?
No, she is with us.
No, she's with us. Okay. She's well, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Then.
So
okay.
Okay. So, and this is interesting because this can also, she has not passed. Okay, thanks. That's great.
Okay.
So this is nice to get that clarity. But you know, Zan, what are you picking up with this dream for Geraldine?
She's apparently she's been ill.
Yeah.
Okay, so if your mother is still alive, the first message for me that comes through is that this is a part of your older self, your mature self.
Yeah.
And perhaps if they're at a hospice, it would be about a part of you that is not dealing well with something, or part of you that is dying off an old belief. And remember it to be a feminine belief as well, as opposed to a masculine, but it's just a mature part of you that you no longer need, or is crossing over. The fact that you've actually got help with you, so you've got someone from the hospice there helping you.
Yeah.
It was a comforting presence. You did wake up in a deep cry, and I would say that was just a lot of emotions that needed to be released that was coming through that dream.
Exactly, because
Same
we've
card.
got the 10 of Cups again. It came out
Same
again.
card.
Same card. So this is related to family, but within yourself and how you see your mum and how you see people within your world. And that emotion, you needed to have that deep, deep cry, because I feel like there was some wounding that was very deep in your psyche and even genetic lineage that you were clearing in that through that dream. And that then the Lovers card came up, and that always tells me, yes, this is something for you, but it's your lineage as well. So you were actually clearing something there deep that was for your whole family from every lifetime. Page of Pentacles, but it's going to bring through something new for you in your reality. Okay, it's going to bring through something new. That's like a first step or a message for you. So yeah, just keep working on yourself. That's but yeah, and if your mum's not well too, there's always that subconscious fear of losing someone, isn't there? So
sorry to hear she's not well.
Yeah, it's never nice. So we'll send her lots of love, and you lots of love and healing. So but thank you for sharing that. But yes, I would turn that back in for yourself, but lineage wise. So Zan, so you're pretty spot on there.
So Geraldine has another one. We're starting to run out of time. So
I know. So should we do someone else that we haven't done yet? So and guys, these are amazing. So I mean, if you want to pop them, we can sort of cut and paste and put them into next week's, or if you want to come on again next week and bring them and put them up first, and then that's why I leave. I'll do the ones that I can for the people that do email me first, and then everyone else will just run through as much as we can. So Kathleen, have we done Kathleen? We'll do Kathleen, shall we?
Yep.
Is that the one? Oh, just let's do some feedback from Trigal. So this was with was that the roof? Yep. Was Trigal's the roof?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember.
Yes, Trigal was the roof.
So do you want to read that out?
So thank you. Work, new supervisory position and more research and requisitions. Almost brought some home work with me, but told myself, nope, home is for me, not for work. Good.
Beautiful.
Move.
Good. And so what you're doing is keeping that beautiful protection for you, because that's so needed. You've really got to keep that space for you to be able to do your own work. Beautiful. I love it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll do one more, and then I think we're going to have to go, because it's like time. This is great. Love having you guys on board. So cool. Okay. So we'll go to Kathleen, shall we?
Yep. So 8 months after my mum died, I had a dream that she had a house in the next town over and was having a dinner for my brothers and sister, and invited my dad and his new girlfriend. My sister was so mad at my dad for moving on so soon. My mum got so mad at my sister and said we accept her. I woke up and called my sister to tell her about the dream. She started describing the same house she had.
I'm getting goosebumps.
So the same dream. So we called my brother, and he also had the same dream and was describing the front porch And my mum was yelling at my sister because she wouldn't let my dad and girlfriend inside.
Oh my God.
After that
Kathleen.
dream, my dad got married and they've been happily married 20 years now. The only
Oh,
time where we all had the same dream that I know of. I love it. Thanks, Mum, for doing that.
I know. And thanks for
Thanks,
sharing this,
Mum.
Kathleen. And what it's doing is absolutely, without a doubt, saying that our beautiful loved ones, our mums, our dads, our whatevers, can come through. And the fact that the house was on the next, let me just go
The
back,
next
because
town over.
that's like through into the next realm. That's like through the
Yes.
veil. You were all, she connected with you through that veil, all of you, and she was giving you your sister an ass whooping.
Yep.
I
You
love
accept
it.
them because your mum left, and it's okay that
Oh,
your dad, I mean, you don't want your dad sitting there
grieving
upset,
all
grieving for the rest of his life. Like, especially, I mean, 20 years later, could you imagine him sitting there for 20 years grieving? That would have just been,
yeah.
that would have been hell for all of you and for him. Like that, we don't wish that upon anybody. We want people to be happy. We want them to be able to experience their life, even if their loved one has moved on. So, yeah, that's incredible. I love it. All
That
three of
is
you had the same
so
dream.
beautiful. And I'm so glad that you talked to your sister and your brother about it and got that confirmation. And then, maybe that would have helped you if it was your sister, if she really was really a bit angry with your dad for moving on so fast. It might have helped her to feel okay with that as well. Oh,
Yeah.
what a great mum you've got, Kathleen.
That's
so
so cool.
beautiful.
And just by the way, if your sister was upset, that is okay too, because she's
Yeah.
probably still grieving the mother. So
Yeah.
in this situation, everybody is right, but your mum came in to correct it. And I'm assuming she would have done that in real life. She was sort of like the glue of the family, the person that helped everybody get through whatever they were going through.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So,
yeah.
that's a beautiful. Thank you for sharing. This is
Thank
why
you.
this show it's so beautiful when we all share, because we can
Yes.
help encourage others and each other to know that our loved ones never truly leave us. We can connect with them, and they can come in and give us an ass whooping if they need to as well, or help us or support us. I love that you guys share
Absolutely.
all of this. This is, it's really
Thank
personal
you.
stuff, and so it's just beautiful that you share it here. It's a really safe space. So look, thanks for being here. And look, if you love the show, can you please share it with people? I really want to stop those ads that come on if you watch it again, because they annoy me. So I'm figuring they'll annoy everyone else, but I can't turn them off until I have 1,000 subscribers, and it's a new channel. So can you share this with all your friends and get them to subscribe and like it? That'd be just amazing, because we both love doing this, don't we, Zan?
We do. I love it.
Yeah, I love
Heaps
it
of fun.
too.
Thank you for everybody for being a part of it, because it wouldn't be a show without you.
No.
So thank you.
So keep bringing on in your dreams. If you can't come on live, just email it to me at iam@magicmarie.com. It's down in the description. The music link for the 432 hertz spiritual dream music is up the top. And then that little shot, the spiritual shot for dreaming, is also in there as well, from Anthony Williams. That's fantastic. I love him. So thanks for being here. Thank you, Zan.
Thank you. Thank you, Jasper.
Thank you, Jasper. Yes, darling, you're very good. And we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow on Elisa's show, and Zan and I will see you next Monday. Hopefully, Elisa will join us next week if she can. So, and then we can do our UFO and all that sort of fun stuff.
Lovely.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys, for being
Bye.
here. Bye.